We're going to Opera.
Yeah, but it's snowing for you. Oh, we enter in the opera now. We are going to have a tour in the opera.
Nice.
And I think you will be amazed because it's one of the most amazing buildings and attractions in Vienna. And it's really good to see. And after that we are going to seek for a nice, hot, cozy place because it's snowing here. It's super cold. Okay, let's go.
So we are one step before we enter the tour to the opera, and we are waiting for the time to start. That will be 2 p.m. Outside it's very beautiful, it's snowing. I think this is the best.
Yeah.
So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Vienna and welcome to Vienna State Opera House. My name is Roman. I will be your guide for the next 40 minutes. If you guys have any questions, you're more than welcome to ask me anytime. And also inside this house, photography is allowed. You can even use flashlights. So enjoy your time here. I will begin with the history of Vienna State Opera House. It was constructed back in 1861 to 1869 and opened in May 1869 with Mozart's opera work Don Giovanni. Back then, the Emperor Franz Joseph I and Empress Sissi was here also for the opening. But unfortunately, at the end of the Second World War, 1945, actually Vienna got bombed, and also this house got bombed. So 80% of this building actually got destroyed. So today we will go through all these rooms, and then you guys will understand why you can see two completely different styles inside the house, because some part of them got rebuilt after the Second World War. So where we are right now, this place is called the Swing Foyer. So very likely this is preserved as its original state. That means this is already 150 years old. So you can see the style is neo-Renaissance and a little bit of Baroque. So why we call this intermission room the Swing Foyer is very simple, because you can see there are 16 frescoes that are complete by the artist Moritz von Swift. And these paintings, they are actually 16 very famous opera works, and followed by its composers, the bust of its composers. So if you have a look around, you may be like, oh, I don't know many of them. Don't worry, you're not alone, because actually many of them, they were very popular back then, but they are rarely performed today. But I would like to point out some very important ones that everyone must know. This one in front of us, this is Mozart here, with his opera work, The Marriage of Figaro, The Magic Flute, and also Don Giovanni. So if you look further that way, you can see Beethoven at the very end, and with his opera work Fidelio. And also around us, you guys can see some busts. They are in our eye level. Those are the directors who used to work in this opera house. So there are two very influential ones I will in particularly want to point out. The one over there, okay, so yeah, over there, we will go there later. But the one right in front of the mirror, that's Gustav Mahler. So maybe some of you already heard of him. He's very important because he was the first director who ever introduced the practice of dimming the lighting during the performances. So for us, maybe now it's very difficult, like funny to imagine, but back then people, they come to opera house to social. So they would, eat chit-chatting, even smoke during the performances. But after him, he set up the rule, like during the performance, the light should be dark so everyone could focus on the performance itself. So this one, there is a big cake here. Actually, last year, 2019, Vienna State Opera, we celebrated our 150th birthday. So they make a cake that looks exactly like this, and this one is just a sample here. So use this one, you guys can come further up. So I would like to use this cake and give you an orientation of what we are right now. So we are at the very front of this building. And then, as I mentioned, 80% of the building got destroyed. It's actually from the arch to the very back. So actually, most of the part got rebuilt. Yeah. So we are at the very front. And today we will go through 3 intermission rooms. This is one of it, and this is the only intermission room didn't got destroyed. Yeah. And we go through the other 2. You will see the style are very different. Every single opera work should be performed in its original languages. So before him, for example, Italian opera was translated into German and then be performed. But after that, like Italian operas will be performed in Italian without translation. Do you guys have any questions or anything? So probably you guys already noticed this style is completely different. It's more modern. Yes, it was rebuilt from 1945 to 1955. It took them 10 years to finish the reconstruction work. And the reason why this place is being called the Marble Hall is very simple because of the ground, this floor, they use the marble from Salzburg, and also there are 2 really big marble mosaics on the wall. So they are actually very meaningful because they actually collect 13 different marbles from 13 different European countries after the Second World War to accomplish this work as a symbol of a new united European Union. So the context of these mosaics are actually the daily activities inside this house. So this one represents opera and that one represents ballet. So now I want to describe a little bit what is behind the scene inside this opera house. So over there you can see this opera singer is rehearsing with a director over there. And in the center here, you can see the choir is rehearsing. So here, this one, the last one here, is a quiz for you guys. What do you guys think he's making? This one. The first hint is he is making something for the opera singers. Sorry? Costume, very close, but not quite. Very, very close.
Masks.
Sorry?
Masks.
Very, very close, but no. Okay, so the second hint, sorry? Wigs. Exactly. So the works he accomplished is always hanging. There is the wig. Yeah, it's very interesting. Okay, so now let's move to the next one. Okay, so I said earlier this one represents ballet. So yeah, you can see there is a ballet dancer adjusting her makeup in front of the mirror, and also some equipment here, and also there is a ballet dancer adjusting her costumes. So now I want to talk about the costume inside this house. Surprisingly, there are not stored here because we have more than 180,000 pieces of costumes. So it's impossible. Yeah, just talking about the number, maybe you don't know how many is that. So if I put it on the ground, it will be 9 kilometers or 6 miles. So it's impossible for us to store those costumes inside this building. So the fun fact is actually we have another building just right next to Vienna Opera House. It's a white building, and it is connected with the underground tunnel to this building. So every day they can transport the costume from there to here through this underground tunnel. Even though it's raining or it's snowing like now, they can be transported safely into this house. Yeah. So if you guys have any questions about this area? No? Okay, so we move further this way. Okay. of this precious room. This is Alberti Stallone, and it used to be the private room of the emperor. So as you can imagine, you can call this is actually the highlight of the whole building, and very likely it didn't got destroyed. So what you see here now, like imagine this was the room for the emperor. So they use all the most possible expensive material that you can think of. For example, you see all these golden decorations, they are actually real 22-karat gold leaves. And even the doors, the handle here, this is real ivory. So back then, the emperor, he actually had his own entrance, which is behind us, but it got destroyed. Now they restored it into elevator. But back then, he can come with his own, from his own entrance and enter this tea salon, have some tea, and go directly to the other room. Over there, we will go through there. That's his royal box, the central seat. So if you guys have a closer look, you can also see there is a golden shield above the mirror with the initial of F and J. It means Franz Joseph, the emperor back then. So because this room is very, very precious, it's not open to the public. Even during the nighttime, if you come here, this door is actually closed. So that's why I think every one of you should make a photo right now. It's only open for this tour. And also, if you guys are looking for a place for your birthday party next time, you can think about this one because you can actually book it online for your birthday party. Yes. Yes, so yeah, everyone is curious about the price. 20 minutes for 500. It's not very much, right? Consider the historical importance. Yeah. Yeah, and now sometimes this room is used as the press conference room. If there are interviews with the director, they will use this room. Or, yeah, or you guys can rent it for your birthday. Or even wedding. Yeah. Do you have any questions about this room? Yeah, there are the private boxes. We will see. Yeah. So to celebrate his 100th anniversary of debut inside this house. So now they use this room as a memorial hall of Gustav Mahler. So they put his piano. I want to ask you guys, why do you think he has such a small piano? See, there is an original size, yeah, that's way bigger. But this one is his, yeah.
He used to be a king.
Very good guess, but no.
He was short, maybe?
He's a normal guy. Everyone was like, yeah, he must be short, but no.
He traveled with the piano.
Huh?
He traveled with the piano.
Bingo! How do you know? Yeah, that's wonderful. So yeah, this is his traveling piano. So he used to be the composer, conductor, and also the art director inside this house. It was said he was super busy, but somehow he needs to find time to compose still. So he always carried this piano with him when he was traveling. So make sure that he can compose. So before this place was named after Gustav Mahler, it was actually called the Tapestry Hall. And the reason is because of this beautiful tapestry work on the wall. So I'm standing right in front of a very famous figure. Oh, because this tapestry is based on the very famous Mozart's opera work. So I want to make you guys think which one is this one. And I'm standing right in front of one of the most famous figures from this opera work. Sorry? Very good guess, but no. Magic flute, exactly. So this one is Papagano, and you can see Papagano over there. And they want to make this intermission as the atmosphere that you can have in the magic flute. So they even make the chandelier, the tree leaves shape. Yeah, yeah.
Now we're entering the Opera
Yes.
of Vienna. You will see, guys, it's amazing. Look.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the auditorium. So I mentioned that at the beginning of this tour, so 80% of this building actually got destroyed. So what we see here, the whole thing, and also the main stage and the backstage was actually rebuilt after the Second World War. So after the war, they are actually debating whether they want to keep it exactly like the old one or they want to build a new one. So eventually they decide they're going to keep the traditional design of the original plan. That's why now you can see there are still 3 circles of these private box seats. So actually these private box seats you don't see that often nowadays in other theaters or opera house. Nowadays it's more like these open seats, yeah. And also they use the traditional color of the royal family, so you can see it's red, gold, and also ivory. So the shape of this auditorium is a shield called post-shield shape. So this is a traditional Italian theater. So if you guys have a look behind you, you can see the golden eagle, and behind this golden eagle, this open area is where we pass through. This is the royal central box seat. So from there, that's the best view of the whole auditorium. So the price for this box over there will cost you around 200 to 280 euros, different from different operas. To visit the opera or ballet this time. Not yet, I believe. Yes, because actually here, like almost every night the tickets are sold out. So I want to tell you guys, if there are some tickets like very famous opera that you want to watch, it's better that you reserve it all online, like 1 month or 2 months ago. Because at the corner of these 2 boxes, there are actually 3 rows inside this private box. So unfortunately, the second row and the third row, you actually only see a little part of the stage, or you don't see anything at all. They are like 60 euro to 30 euro, so it's quite cheap. But yeah, you have to think about what you really want. And if you don't get any of his seats, but you still want to come inside and do a performance, there's another option for you. So the capacity here, we have 2,300 seats, including 1,700 city seats and 567 standing seats. Yeah, so now I'm going to show you guys where are the standing seats. It's actually right here. Yeah, so there actually quite nice. So it's a tiny portion of it. We have more in the fourth and fifth circles in the back. Yeah. So for those standing seats, they are actually buying online. You can actually buy the same day of the performance, 80 minutes before the performance, and it costs you only 10 minutes. Yeah. So, but the thing with this cheaper ticket is that you have to queue up. Yeah. So usually the office, if it's very popular, you can actually see people are queuing up for the performance tonight. But today, I didn't see anyone here. So what you guys see now, where all the staff standing, this is the main stage. The length is approximately 25 meters. So after this 25 meters, there's another 27 meters of our main stage. So there is another car actually on your left-hand side as a side stage. So there are 3 cars. And so the side stage, we usually use it as the storage of the stage architecture. And so you mentioned if now an opera work will have 3 scenes for this opera, they will usually put the first scene, all the architecture and everything onto the main stage, and the second one at the backstage. So during the intermission, they use the main stage. Actually, the main stage is composed with 6 platforms with lifting systems. So during the intermission, they will lower the whole main stage down. We have another 12-meter space down there, so they can move it down and then push the second scene, which is on the back stage, forward to the main stage. This is how they change the scene. And thanks to the most advanced technology nowadays, this procedure takes only 46 seconds and makes no sound at all. So you guys might be wondering, because here actually we have 50 different operas and 10 different ballets in our repertory. How do we transport all this stage architecture every day, because it's impossible to store them here inside this building. So the thing is, at the very end of the backstage, where the Summer Hotel is, there is actually one huge door big enough for one whole truck to come inside and transport the stage architecture. Yes. So here is another quiz for you guys. Why do you think we are changing our performance every night? Like every night we have different ones. We don't play the same performance 2 days in a row. Never. Yeah, right? Why not? It will be so much easier, so much more. Yeah, exactly. So every day after the performance, they take it away, and the next morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, they just move the new one for the next performance, and that is the reason. This guys got a quiz, all right. Yes, so it's actually for the opera singers. Like now even the technology is so advanced, they still sing with some microphones. And sometimes one opera can last for 5 hours, 6 hours. So it's very important that we make sure they get enough rest. That's why we are changing the performance every day. Yes. So now you can see, like actually we have 250 staff. They are working on the stage every day. They are working with 3 shifts from 7 o'clock.
But if you really like the performance, it's nothing, and also you can fall asleep. It has also for other things, depends, like between 300 and also 10 euros on the side where you can sit, but you cannot see the stage at all. In between, you have tickets for 80 euros for 1
The budget for 1 year is around 100 million euros. So 50% is from governmental subsidy, because this is a state-owned company, and 30% are from the ticketing, and 5% are from the sponsors. And lastly, the 2% are from this guided tour. So thank you guys for your contribution, and thank you so much for your attention. Do you guys have further questions? No? If not, I wish you guys a wonderful stay in Vienna. Thank you so much. Thank you.